When we know who we are in Christ, our decisions reflect that. When we don't know who we are in Christ, our decisions reflect that. Your BMI does not reflect who you are. Don't hold on to that for your identity, because you were made for more than that. Hey friend, welcome back to the Diet Haters Podcast. I'm your host, Sundi Jo, loser of 145 pounds who's passionate about helping you learn how to stop dieting, find lasting weight loss results, and learn your true identity in Christ. I'm glad to be back with you today, but today might be a little bit different than you're used to because I'm on a rant today, okay? But don't worry, I'm hoping to turn that rant into something beneficial for you as well. So I just got home from the doctor from my checkup. I had to have a procedure done a few weeks ago. Some of my incisions weren't healing properly from my last skin removal surgery, so I had to get a few things done and had to go back for a checkup. Everything went great. Super excited about it. Drain tube out, stitches out, and I don't have to go back for 3 months. Pretty exciting stuff. I am celebrating for sure. But I left there frustrated. Not at the doctor, because he's awesome, but frustrated at data. Like seriously frustrated. And so today I want to talk about BMI, Body Mass Index. And I specifically want to talk about why I think it's dumb and why we need to stop using it as one of the main indicators of weight loss success or failure. Because that's what it does. You're either succeeding or you're failing, and it just drives me nuts. I want to talk about that today, okay? First, though, I just want to say thank you for joining me here at the Diet Haters Podcast. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to allow me to share what I know with you and for making time for us to learn and grow together. I don't take that lightly, knowing that you are willing to take time out of your schedule to listen to this podcast, and so I hope I make it beneficial for you. And I also want to just thank you if you've shared the podcast with your friends. Every time you share an episode, or if you just share the Diet Haters Podcast as a whole with somebody else, you're helping to change the lives around you, and I am truly, truly grateful for that. So I just want to say thank you again for that. Okay, now that we've covered that, let's dive into today's episode, because this truly bugs the snot out of me, like for reals, okay? Before I start ranting, though, I do want to do this. I want to give a shout out to my doctor, Dr. Caleb Steffen of JCMG in Jefferson City, Missouri. Y'all, this guy is truly amazing. He's an amazing person, an amazing doctor. He loves Jesus. You can't get any better than that. And his bedside manner is amazing. And surgeries are not for the faint of heart. I mean, these skin removal surgeries are not for the faint of heart. I ain't going to sugarcoat it. And if you don't have a doctor that's willing to walk alongside you in the physical and the emotional parts of it, that can be really, really hard. And I am so grateful, beyond grateful, that I didn't have to experience that. So if you are thinking about skin removal surgery or a breast reduction, breast lift, any of the things, I cannot recommend Dr. Steffen enough. And he's not paying me to tell you this, but maybe he should. Make sure you tell him that I sent you, and I'll also share the link to his information in the show notes, okay? So as I process through this, I've got no grudges whatsoever against my amazing doctor. None, zero, zilch, nada. He's doing his best to help others get healthy, and that is awesome. But here's what I do want to talk about. I want to talk about our BMI. Again, our body mass index, okay? And if I never hear that word ever again for the rest of my ever-loving life, I will be happy. Because here's the thing. I think it's stupid. Okay? Nope. I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be. I'm not a scientist. Don't claim to be. But I am a woman who used to weigh 330 pounds, who's lost 145 pounds, and the BMI is a pain in the butt for several reasons, okay? So I'm gonna share my experience from today, okay? Again, my doctor, amazing. This does not at all reflect who he is. So we were talking about my legs, right? And I may or may not have to get another surgery on my legs. I'm shooting for not having to. So I was asking him, hey, do you think, we're not thinking about anything for another year. And so I was just asking him, how much do you think strength training is going to help make a difference in my legs? And he was like, absolutely. I think it's going to. I think it's going to really help. He said, you still got some weight to lose, which he's right. I do. I still want to lose some weight. But he said, with strength training, I really think that you'll be able to do this. And we might not need another surgery, which I was like, absolutely. Yay. Super excited because, like I said, I'm not sugarcoating it. It was a little bit rough. But anyway, then he said, well, let's look up your BMI. And I immediately, I could just feel the hairs on the back of my neck standing up because I hate that word. And again, he's not doing anything wrong. He's doing part of his training, and he's passionate about helping people lose weight. And so he just he wants people to know where they are on the health scale, right? I get it. Still stupid. Anyway, so according to my BMI, right now, I'm morbidly obese, okay? I've lost 145 pounds. I'm morbidly obese. I just got skin removal surgery because I lost so much weight. I had hanging skin, and this machine, some dang data system, wants to tell me that I'm morbidly obese. So then I said, okay, hey, here's my goal weight. I don't want to be what my BMI says I should be. I think I would look like I was starving to death. So I told him, here's my goal weight. Here's where I was happy. Here's where I want to be. If it's a little less, great, but here's where I want to be. And he was like, hey, you know what? Absolutely. Think that's a great goal. You could totally do it. You know, he encouraged me to do it. And then he said, let's put your BMI in if you were that weight to see where you're at. All right, let's do it. So we put my BMI in, put my goal weight in. Guess what? Still showed me obese. Hey, taking a break from my little rant to talk quickly with you about mindsets, specifically our mindsets when it comes to food. You know, that's been something that I've really had to focus on during the healing process from my recent surgery, my mindset about using nutrition to heal my body. And I've been able to do that with the help of one of my favorite nutrition programs, the 2B Mindset. Founded by Alana Molstein, who lost 100 pounds herself, the 2B Mindset program is about just that. Learning how to create an incredibly powerful mindset that will allow you to lose weight happily and keep it off for good. There are no prescribed meal plans, no focusing on foods you must cut out. Instead, it allows you to focus on everything that you can have so you're the one in control. God created you to live an amazing life, my friend, and now is the time to start taking back what the enemy has tried to steal from you and start living fully. The 2B Mindset program offers simple guiding principles, tips, tools, and strategies that she and hundreds of other clients, including myself, have used to lose weight and keep it off. Everything about the 2B Mindset is sensible, and best of all, it's sustainable. So you'll not only know how to lose the weight, you'll discover how to keep it off. If you're interested in learning more, I would love to walk alongside you through this program and help you to stop dieting and start living life to the fullest today. You can learn more at sundijo.com/2bmindset. That's sundijo.com/2bmindset. And now back to my rant. So I want to process through that for a second, okay? Stop and think about that for a second. 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I don't even know. It was back in 2010. I lost 145 pounds. I didn't go on a diet, didn't do diet pills, didn't do Weight Watchers. I didn't do a bunch of all the things, which I had previously done all the things, okay? And I'm not saying that those things are necessarily wrong, okay? Not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that I worked my butt off. I stopped doing some things. I got to the root of the issues behind the food addiction that I was so broken by. I literally focused on taking one next right step at a time, which is what I constantly preach on this podcast. And I lost 145 pounds. So here we are, however many years later, because I can't count. And I've gained about 45 pounds of that back over about the last 5 years. I was exposed to some black mold. It really, really affected my thyroid, my adrenals. And so anyway, over the course of those years, I've put about 45 pounds back on. And it's been really hard to lose those 45 pounds. Like really, really hard. But I do feel like I'm back on track. I'm slowly making it happen. I'm doing one next right step at a time. I'm really working towards doing proper things with nutrition, working on my health, getting my thyroid healed, all the things. And so to sit there and let a computer tell me that I am horribly obese, despite me working my butt off to take care of myself and get healthy, do you know what that could do to somebody's mind? Now, it doesn't affect me near as much as it used to because I know who I am in Christ. I know my identity. I know I'm happy with who I am despite the fact that I still have progress to make. I know my identity in Christ. I know my value, and a machine is not going to take that away. A computer is not going to take that away. Some numbers entered in, some data system is not going to tell me who I am. It's not going to change my mind about my identity. But here's the problem. So many of us don't know that. So many of us don't know our identity in Christ. We don't know our value. And so when we see a number like that and we hear obese or morbidly obese or whatever it is, that jacks with our heart, right? jacks with our minds. And it opens this door for us to believe so many lies about who we are or how pathetic we are. Or, oh my gosh, I've not made any progress on however much weight I've lost because it still says I'm morbidly obese. That is not okay. It is not okay. Especially if you don't know your identity in Christ. You're gonna start second guessing everything. So I just want to tell you today, do not let some data in a computer dictate your success. Because that is not what your success is based on. You know what? If you've lost 10 pounds, you better frickin' be proud of it. Because you worked hard to lose it. It wasn't just by luck, right? If you've lost 15 pounds, you better smile and be proud of it. Because you worked for it. 25 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever. Be proud of it. 5 pounds, be proud of it. If you lost 2 pounds this week, be proud of it. You know why? Because it's 2 pounds less than you were last week. And that's how you get healthy, by taking one next right step at a time. Weight loss success does not happen overnight. So please, for the love of all things Dolly Parton, do not let BMI be a factor in how successful you think you are on your weight loss journey. Okay? I'm not saying that it doesn't serve a purpose these days. Maybe it does. You're really not going to convince me that it really does. But if you want to try, that's great. I'm totally open to hearing about it, okay? But I'm just saying, I feel like it does more damage than it helps. So I just want to encourage you to keep taking one next right step at a time. Keep focusing on the things that you need to focus on. Keep allowing Jesus to heal the things in your heart that are causing you to turn back to food. And do one next right step at a time. That's what brings you success. Not data in a machine that tells you you're morbidly obese or average or underweight or all the things, right? Let God tell you who you are. You believe the truth about who He says you are. And then you go out and you take the actions that reflect that truth that you believe, right? When we know who we are in Christ, our decisions reflect that. When we don't know who we are in Christ, our decisions reflect that. Your BMI, your body mass index, does not reflect who you are. Okay? So don't hold on to that for your identity, because you were made for more than that. Okay? Anyway, I hope that helps. I think my rant is over. And I hope that it helped you to truly realize who you are. That you are important. That you are valued right where you are. Okay? Don't let a number dictate that, okay? I'm going to say that again. Don't let a number dictate you, okay? And also, if you're looking for some extra encouragement on your weight loss journey, I would love for you to join me over in my free private Facebook Diet Haters community. We're doing life together over there, sharing our wins, talking about our struggles. We have sometimes daily inspiration. We're learning healthy coping mechanisms, sharing recipes, and of course, we even have some laughter along the way. So I would love for you to join me over there. I will share the link in the show notes, or you can just search Diet Haters on Facebook and find us. Come on over and say hello. And again, if you would be so kind to share this episode with someone you know who might find it valuable, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And you can leave a review or a rating, which you can do now, actually on Spotify too. You can leave it Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. We would appreciate it. Okay? That's it for me today, friend. I will see you in the next episode of the Diet Haters podcast. And don't forget, you are valuable.